own Abbas Hussain from Behind the Gloves, and I'm here with Carl Frampton, IBF Super Bantamweight champion Carl Frampton. We're here at your press conference for your fight with Scott Quigg. First of all, talk to me about the sort of stuff said in the press conference. He spoke something to do with the sparring session. Can you emphasise on something?
I don't know what he's talking about. Thanks very much. I don't know what he's talking about. He mentioned something about Chris Avalos, like he beat Chris Avalos up in a gym as well. If he wants to go off gym stories, if that's where they're getting their confidence from, then that's okay. It doesn't really, it has nothing to do with the fight. I don't know what they're talking about.
I know I think about a month ago you spoke to Quigg in regards to the venue, and you said you wanted a neutral venue at that point.
Yeah.
What changed your mind to fight Munster?
Look, I said that, but that was just a negotiation tactic. It would have been better that if it was in a neutral venue, but I've always said I'd be happy to fight Quigg in Manchester, and that's always been the case. I know I'm going to have more fans there than him anyway, so it's not going to really feel like a hostile crowd against me. I'm going to have more support in the arena on the night than he will.
In regards to the sort of relationship you have with Scott Quigg, you two made it quite evident in that press conference today. Do you not like him? Is it some sort of, is it just basically the history, the 5-year building up?
I think so. It's a big fight. There's a bit of history. It's been a long time coming. I wouldn't say I dislike him. No, I wouldn't. I don't dislike Quigg. I respect him as a fighter. I wouldn't say I dislike him. I don't like Joe Gallagher.
Okay.
I don't like Eddie Hearn.
I could tell when they were talking, it felt
You
like
got
your blood was boiling.
I don't like Joe. I really don't. It's just that he has this. I don't even want to talk about him. It's kind of, we shouldn't be talking about him. It's like about me and Quigg. And
but the thing is, saying that when we were watching the press conference, it wasn't just yourself and Scott Quigg. It was Eddie Hearn, Barry McGuigan, and Shane McGuigan, Joe Gallagher. So it was like team versus team.
Well, there's big characters. There's big characters up on the table. So it's going to be a good. It's a long run in the February 27th. So I think you're just going to see more of this. It's going to get better and better. I suppose it's good for building the fight that wee bit more.
Is your sort of, I don't know, your hatred or whatever it is towards Eddie Hearn, is it because of the way he managed you, handled you when back in the day previously?
Yeah, I don't want to go into it, but I wasn't treated fairly. One of the main things was, as a European champion, defending or winning the European title against Kiko Martinez at the time, in front of a packed out Odyssey Arena. I was offered to go and fight on a Luke Campbell undercard for his debut in Hull, which wasn't really interesting to me. It's one of the main things, but there's other things that upset us, and I don't want to go into it really.
Alright, that's the past. I just want to quickly talk to you about burglary at your training competition. What happened?
It was on Friday night. Obviously, the stuff that was going on in France, which was obviously an atrocity, and I was watching it on the news. I went to bed quite late. I was in the house on my own. The rest of the guys are not in camp yet. There's a guy who stays with us, Steve. Sometimes stays in the house, sometimes stays around the corner with his girlfriend. So I was upstairs brushing my teeth. Thought I heard Steve coming in. Shouted. There was no noise, no reply back. Went down the stairs with the light on, turned the light off, just went back to bed. But I think the guy was round the corner in the kitchen hiding, whoever it was. May have been more than one, I don't know. And they stole the TV and a few other things, so that was it. It could have been a bit worse.
I seen your training bag though. I seen your training bag that you took.
It was a nice bag. It was a present as well. So Barry got me for my birthday. It was just before the Avalos fight. Nice leather Toomey bag, and a bit more annoyed about that getting swiped than the TV. But
as long as you're safe.
What's that?
As long as you're safe.
Well, and it could have been much different. If I had seen the guy, it could have had a knife. Anything could have happened, and it's probably best that I went to bed, to be honest.
Quickly back to boxing. Just wanted to talk to you about yourself. You spoke about maybe moving up to featherweight. I'm not sure. Is it the fact that you're growing out of super bantam and you need to now look at the featherweight fighters now?
Well, there's big fights at featherweight. Obviously, I have a score to settle here with Quigg. I wanna do that first and foremost. But featherweights, there's appealing fights there for me. It's something that I would like to do sooner rather than later, really.
So if you win against Scott Quigg,
Yeah.
and say there is a rematch, is it a prompt for you to move up?
Well, I would like to. You know, I would like to fight Rigo. I've said that all along. I want to fight Rigondo. I still, he's the man you need to beat to prove yourself as the best in the division. I'm happy to mention his name. Quigg won't even say his name. I'm happy to fight him after Quigg, and then we can move up after that.
Right, Carl. Thank you very much for talking to Behind the Gloves.
Fight fans, if you guys haven't already done so, make sure you download the Behind the Gloves app. It's free, and it features really cool stuff like a fight calendar that reminds you of all the upcoming fights, and it allows for you to, with one click, to remind yourself directly to your phone. And it also features 24/7 breaking news that's going on in boxing. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that and subscribe to this channel.